On one hand, it's sad, continues to be sad and heartbreaking, but on the other hand, the family needs closure, and to be able to be one step closer, to be able to narrow the investigation to a single individual with a history, I think makes a huge difference.
It was Congressman Steve Womack on the new developments in the investigation into the Morgan Nick disappearance. She disappeared, of course, from an Alma ballpark nearly 30 years ago. And for the first time yesterday, investigators named a primary suspect thanks to advancements in DNA technology.
Here's a look at the suspect in the case, Billy Jack Links, in a red truck police believe he owned in the 90s. Links was convicted of sexual indecency after attempting to abduct a child 2 months after Morgan Nick's disappearance. He died in prison in 2000. Call the number at the bottom of your screen, 1-800-THE-LOST, if you have any information about him and the disappearance of Morgan Nick. Advanced DNA technology is what linked him to Morgan's disappearance after a strand of hair was found in his truck.
Yeah, 5 News reporter Jose Carranza spoke to the former chief of Alma about how the case had changed over the years with this new technology.
In 29 years of investigating the disappearance of Morgan Nick, former chief of Alma Police Russell White says things have changed for the city's law enforcers. They were a small department within the city's municipal building, and he'd just been on the job for 11 months when Morgan went missing.
First several hours of that were more organizing search parties, things like that, trying to find a missing child. Also, one that walked off or got lost, and then at the same time trying to organize, a type of investigation for a taken child. And so it was hectic, to say the least.
At the Department of Public Safety, the Arkansas Crime Information Center acts as a database for missing persons reports. Even there, records for these kinds of cases have changed too.
Years ago, we didn't have the ability for agencies to enter an image. Now they can add a DL picture, a missing child's image. They can add up to 12 images. DNA information, if it's stored at the crime lab or on the NamUs portal, we can note where that's stored as well.
Political change like the Adam Walsh Act and Suzanne's Law have also changed the timeline of a missing persons report. While some may believe you're supposed to wait 24 hours to file a report, ACIC says it's immediate.
They're supposed to get that information in the system immediately. Name, sex, date of birth, descriptor information, just a basic, get it in there and come back and pack the record later.
The now official suspect, Billy Jack Links, was connected to the case in 1995 in an attempted abduction.
He got arrested, and then there was quite a bit of work done with him, but nothing that could tie him to Morgan.
White does say that there were DNA tests done then, but technology was so limited they couldn't get a DNA match.
Actually, the technology that was used to do the DNA on this hair was not available for many years into this investigation. DNA was around, but not that could extract it from this type of evidence.
White says before his retirement, they held on to evidence because of advancements like this one. But even then, it's hard to say when that evidence should be tested.
You have to gauge that by the lead and the information you have, and whether you believe at the time that it's the correct thing to do, because once you do it, it's done. You're not going to get a chance to collect that evidence again.
In Alma, covering news where you live, Jose Carranza, 5 News.